Blog Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, this is Camille from sunny California, and you're listening to the Coffee Chat with Camille show, which is a podcast series that interviews various guests about real-life topics for people who love to learn. Hello everyone, today's topic is what lessons are learned from building a business plan with Chris Lalomia. Now, who is Chris? He's a successful entrepreneur and change leader that has built on his experience working with the largest companies in America to start his own business from scratch. He brings his unique style of leadership to build a culture of professionalism in the blue-collar world of home renovations. He left the corporate suit and ventured into the entrepreneurial wild and started the Trusted Toolbox home repair and projects in 2008. Yes, he started a business right before the Great Recession. So timing the market is not his strength. He survived through this time and has grown his business into a multimillion-dollar handyman and remodeling company, which has won numerous awards in Atlanta, Georgia. Chris is originally from Jackson, Michigan, and he does, I was going to say Mississippi, I think it is Jackson, Mississippi, but I'm not sure. And he does use his hand to show where he lives. He went to build and earned his bachelor's and master's degree in mechanical engineering. His path to business ownership was similar to most people's journey to their current position. Spinning and winding, his first engineering ownership was similar to most people's journey to their current position. Spinning and winding. His first engineering job was at Curtiss-Wright Flight Systems, making airplane parts, but he soon realized he needed to add some other business skills to his resume. He joined Accenture and began working his large banks to help them merge, which led him to SunTrust, now called Truist, where he transformed the commercial loan operations department. That meandering path led him to make the leap into starting his own business, the Trusted Toolbox, in 2008. His company focuses on processes and training and delivering home renovations and earn customers' trust daily. Chris currently resides in Johns Creek, Georgia, and when not working on his business, he enjoys cooking good wine, escaping with his wife, son, and daughter to their mountain getaway with his wife. Okay, I don't see any, I don't see any contact information here, because sometimes, let's see, it could be, no, there is none. Okay, but he does have a guest website, and let me pull it up for you. It's called the TrustedToolbox.com. So actually, I'll put this in the show notes. Well, I'll ask him because I don't know. I didn't see it in his notes, and so it's called the TrustedToolbox.com, and it has all kinds of services here: handyman, home remodeling, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, any remodeling you need. It's a great website, by the way. It looks like Home Depot. It's really cool. So it's the TrustedToolbox.com. Okay, and so I think I'm just waiting for Chris to call in. Let me make sure that he's not over here in this Zoom room that a lot of guests are stuck in. And oftentimes, for whatever reason, they don't see that they're supposed to call into the show. Okay, so I'll do it here. See if he's in here. don't think so, but it's good to check. No, nobody's in there. So, it's not there. So I'll wait till 8:35 because I have a meeting today with my attorney. So, looking forward to that being over, so I can go ahead and get back into organizing. I'm in the midst of writing down all the things I want to organize in my life, and in particular, just business-wise, so I can make a certain amount of money. And I'm not going to be able to do that without getting everything in order, if that makes sense. So that's it in the show notes for Chris. I'm not sure where our wonderful guest is at this time. I went ahead and booked a time and date on his calendar, Calendly, and per his request. So hopefully he will be here. But if not, I'll just reschedule the show. Perfectly fine with me to do that. What I find fascinating is how quickly the show airs, or how quickly it's ready to go on my website. Speaking of that, if you want to listen to episodes, you can go to coffeechatwithcamille.com, and there you'll see the exact same show notes, just in case you can't find me on Blog Talk Radio, because I'm on blogtalkradio.com, and then you just look for Coffee Chat with Camille. My call-in number here is 516 area code 453-9209. Again, guest call in, or just anyone can call in, 516-453-9209. All right, and it looks like our new airtime is going to be 5 p.m. During that time, I'm generally just going to read a little bit about what's going on in the United States news, and some local news as well. I don't do the particular city I'm in, but I do to LA or Greater Los Angeles. And then I may have my co-host, which is my mom, Lynn. I may have her come in sometimes into the studio with me. I'm trying to get other family members, but it's not working too well for me because I'm not really, talking to all of them like that. I mostly talk to my mother and to my kids, and that's about it. So, at any rate, but I do want to remind you to please check out coffeechatwithcamille.com. Okay? And I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I'm still working on the YouTube channel. So far, I have 4 episodes and about, I would say roughly 45 more to go. So I'm working on that, and then I work as an artist as well. So I'm getting my children's books and my coloring books together. So once that's completed, I'll let you guys know. Also, I want to thank you listeners out there here, in particular in the United States, where I receive about 89% listenership. And then also I'd like to thank, who was the next one? I believe it's Canada. Hello, Canada. Thank you. Please continue to listen and support me. I'm going to have my Patreon up pretty quickly, and so you all can donate to the station. Just whatever, you can afford to donate. I just read an interesting article about tipping. I wonder when people are going to get tired of Patreon, right? So then Also, I want to thank Brazil. I want to thank Bolivia. I would like to thank for listening to the show. Also, I'd love to thank, where am I at? Oh, I'm over in Europe now. Okay, France. I'm doing this from memories, trying to do it. I believe it's France, Germany, Romania, hello. United Kingdom, hello, thank you for listening. Let's see, I hope that's it. Oh, and in Asia, hello, South Korea and Japan. Okay, I know a little bit of arigato gozaimasu. And then I would like to hopefully get some Chinese listeners, but I don't know, they're under lockdown and all kind of stuff going on with that beautiful country. But excuse me, I want to also say thank you to a new one, and that is Portugal. Hello, Portugal listeners. I don't know if you are the expats out there listening or the natives in any of these countries, but I do want to say thank you so much for listening to Coffee Chat with Camille. It looks like we're not going to have, excuse my English there, Chris on today. So what we'll do is reschedule, and I will let you guys know here at the show when he's going to be able to appear. Because I know he's quite busy. He has as I read, a big business he runs. And I don't know if he's hands-on with that, but he's also a podcaster and a pretty busy businessman. So I look forward to having him on when it's time. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and say sayonara. You guys know what that means? Adios. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm going to say bye for now. All right. Happy Friday to all of you. I'll be back on the air at 5 to discuss news. Since I'm a new member of the press at this point, and very proud of it. One of the positive, not the TMZ type, is going to be running around trying to dig up dirt on folks. Not my style, but really just to really talk about the great things that people do and have done in spite of what their personal life may be doing, you know. That's what we're finding out with the Me Too movement. Say, all right, this is the magnificent businessman, but then this is the scandalous man in the backdrop, you know. So that stuff is weird. And it's destroying so many people's reputations. And more importantly, who would have thought that I think of a handful, Charlie Rose, Kevin Spacey, Dustin Hoffman, Casey Affleck, I think, the big one, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, who else? I was listening to OJ the other day, OJ Simpson, who has just had an incredible career and is known for this we all know what he's known for, but just that happening to him, and just all this cancel culture stuff, and Me Too, it's a bit much, I think. I don't know, sort of sad. So we're just a different America. It just is what it is. And there's no going back, huh? God knows a lot of us, we just want to go back. Because when we thought it was bad then, we didn't foresee now. And at any rate, I just noticed that in the title here, I put what lessons are lessons learned. Oh, okay, I think it's correct. What lessons are lessons learned from building a business plan with Chris Lalomia. I don't know, that's my English teacher flying out. I've been an English teacher for just several months, really. And I'm going to get back to it. I just didn't want to be podcasting and teaching at the same time. But because the schedules were conflicting big time. But I do miss my students, so next month I'm back in the classroom, so to speak, and looking forward to it. So I stay pretty busy myself, relaxed, though pretty relaxed but busy. I believe more in a socialist type of governing and government. I think democracy and capitalism is a minus. And there's a lot of reasons for my belief in that. And I don't think I even like people in capitalist societies and or in a democracy, especially now. It just isn't. I how can I say this? For a lot of people, they can feel happy, because it's a system that it's not changing. So if you're happy in it, you're going to stay happy, and if you're miserable in it, you're probably going to stay miserable. So I try to stay firmly in the middle, neutral. But I can say that the U.S. has lost its way big time on so many levels. And just want to see what the repairing, in particular reparations, will look like for this nation, because it really needs some help. I swear that I oftentimes feel like America is on life support. So, but I think it has a lot of potential. It's just not with a lot of the people that are here now. I don't know. So anyway, no doom and gloom on Friday. And I'm very thankful that from this very beautiful country I'm able to be a podcaster. I do go back 6 generations, so I am a super firm, real American, and no one can tell me anything differently. And I'm very proud of my family, all of them, and their accomplishments, generationally speaking. And it's just, we've been pretty blessed overall. But again, I think we just need a lot of healing and a lot more support, and a lot of people taking down their superiority complex egos and trips and really start looking out for their fellow human beings. So that's what needs to happen, I feel, for this to be an even better country. But I don't want to preach too much, because I know if I'll be preaching and then something will happen, it changes my whole positive outlook on things. So anyway, just try to keep peace in our heart and peace in our minds, and do the best we can every day. And we'll look for Chris probably, in the upcoming weeks. All right? I wish he was here, but he's not. So it is what it is. But again, I'll be back this evening for about probably a half hour. I was going to do it yesterday, but I was caught up in tutorials. Like, I love to learn all the time, so I'm a super nerd in that way to date, and I would just plunge into something new, learn it, and then try it. So, I did want to talk later about all these layoffs that have happened. I also read in the Pasadena Star News that Pasadena, California, has volunteers out counting how many homeless or indigent. I don't call them homeless. I think it's it's like saying slave. It's terrible. At any rate, indigent folks, they're going to be doing that. So I'll be going over that article and then passing this to our news. And I think the vice president yesterday, Kamala Harris, visited the Victims Memorial, I think, in Monterey Park. So VP was here. Interesting. She still worked down there. I think she was a district attorney. No, she was something else. She was attorney general, but she was definitely a prosecutor. And I wonder if prosecutors ever think about, or the law thinks about, how it has shaped why we look at so many indigent people in our country. And do they feel any sense of responsibility? I always wonder that. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, okay. I'm not, no blame game, just curious, All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. Take care. Have a great Friday and a magnificent weekend. I'll be back, too, on Monday with a couple of guests. I don't know who they are at this time, but I will. I think I have an author for sure. Oh, no, I have an author, a wonderful author, Diane Hatz. I hope I say her name right. And I was reading a lot of her articles yesterday. And Nikki Blue, big old corporate, inspirational speaker. I don't know if I want to say corporate, but he's something else. He's the number one podcast. He has the number one podcast in the world. I remember when I started this, and I was like, wow, I wonder how I can get to be number one. Such a super mega tall order. And yeah, it is to be number one in the world. I'm touching on countries right now. It's like, kind of dropping one foot in and out. So, but I am quite thankful to all those countries, from to Asia, to the United States, to North America, South America, Europe, and Australia. How could I forget Australia? Hey, Aussies. Australia. So slowly but surely, I'm building international listenership, and very, very thankful for them. And thankful for. I hope they appreciate the quality of my podcast, but more importantly, of the hiccups in the podcast as well. I have quite a few, so it's kind of funny for me. But so I think for like one or two guys, they were like frustrated. It's like, hey, life's too short. Ease up, Go out there and swim in one of these oceans. Come back so you can feel better. At any rate, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you again for listening. I've said goodbye 3 times. This is it. This is the final time. Thank you for listening. CoffeeChatWithCamille.com. CoffeeChatWithCamille.com. Go visit those guests I have on. Support them. They're all magnificent. Every single last one of them. Okay? Bye for now, everyone. Happy Friday.